Ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. How is everyone? Hello and welcome back to the Akashic Records. I really hope my noise gate doesn't start cutting me off if I'm speaking so.
Egg.
Oh! Oh! Oh, okay. Good one, Rizu. Oh my god. Thank you for the 14 months. And also thank you to PokeLink 25. PokeLink, if you're watching, thank you so very much for the follow. I hope you appreciate your newfound career as a star dancer. And
Random bullshit go.
and I welcome you to your new home in the Akashic Records. Thank you as well for the 14 months, Jazzy, and for the random bullshit. Well, Star may not have stuff to throw, but I see you guys do. Wait a minute, that metal pipe isn't supposed to be in there. What? Where'd you find that metal pipe? Where'd that come from? Unbelievable. Well, that was just uncalled for. I have done nothing deserving a bunk behind the stage. Yeah, I guess so. The bonks. Well, hey, happy Monday, everybody. Very nice to see you guys. I know we don't ordinarily stream on Mondays, or at least, you know, recently, but I want to give this a shot. I want to see if maybe we can bring Visual Novel Mondays back for real. And speaking of which, we do have plans for a visual novel today. We're gonna come back to End of an Obsession, if you guys even remember that one. And we're gonna finish it up. And if we have time left over, I was thinking that we could get some of the endings we didn't get in Little Goody Two Shoes. Assuming I haven't uninstalled it. Okay, no, we're good. Well, no worries. I'll go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a recap once we come back to it, because I remember things quite vividly. I mean, we could just start right away right now, couldn't we? We always could. But this... Oh yeah, this is... Oh! What? That didn't work the way it was supposed to. I'm not sure what just happened. I think you somehow redeemed the metal pipe and the booping of the snoot at the same time. That might be something that I have to fix. Either way, thank you for the bits. That's awesome. I appreciate you. And yeah, if you cheer a lot of bits, you throw metal pipes. So that's funny. Little secret bonus thing. Anyway, you knocked the brains out of me. I don't actually remember what I was gonna say. So I am gonna launch the game. Whoops, it's not on Steam. Maybe it is on Steam, but I don't have it on Steam. I got it off itch. Itchy. Don't mind the lyrics. The song just has a really nice vibe to it. All right. Welcome back to the end of an obsession. Another very incredibly toxic Yuri visual novel from good old Ebihime, one of our favorites. The same dev as It Gets So Lonely here, in case any of you may have forgotten. And so far, the continuation of a trend that I'm believing exists where all of their free visual novels are just like super toxic, just evil, cursed Yuri. And the subject of this one is that we woke up in a tower, completely isolated and trapped, and the only person that we have any contact at all is a witch who tells us, she's the only source of information on who we are or anything like that. She tells us that we're a princess and that she abducted us. And basically, we are going to be trapped there forever, for the rest of our days. And it seems that her goal in keeping us here is to force us to fall in love with her. Because last we played this, we waited for very long months, and we existed here and we lived here for a very long time. Until eventually... Hi, Bear. That's a very nice metal pipe you got there. Anyway, the last we left off, we seemingly encountered the very start of some kind of death loop that the witch is putting us through. The first time she asked us if we love her, we said that we don't. We didn't really have a choice in the matter, but we said no, so she fucking killed us. And then we woke up yet again in the tower with no memory of everything that just transpired. And we started the loop all over again, but it appears we're starting to remember little bits and pieces. So what we're doing here is we're going through the loop, and I assume either trying to break out, or we're eventually going to succumb to the witch's manipulative wiles and be forced to love her exactly as she wants. If that sounds horrifying, it is. Let us begin. Oh yes, and we do have a theory. We have an ongoing theory that this witch is actually the same girl who is the protagonist of the last game that we played. From Ebihime. It Gets So Lonely here. At least I believe that she's probably Rosette, having become a witch later on in life. Anyway. Amusing diversions, yes. I know that full well. I used to read a lot myself when I was younger and more awkward than I am now. Exact evidence here. In my youth, all my friends could be found inside books. I am glad that we have so much in common. You will have to tell me all about the stories you've been reading later. But for now... The witch looks you up and down. She takes in your disheveled state. You have not been awake long, though the sun is high in the sky. And tuts! Your hair is full of more knots and tangles than a bramble bush. The collar of your off-white nightgown is slipping down one of your shoulders. You must make quite the sight. A supposition that the witch affirms with a click of her tongue. Dear, dear, you have not been looking after yourself at all. I know being shut up in this tower must be tedious, but you are still a princess. You can't afford to be so careless with your appearance. You really would be helpless without me. The witch retrieves the brush from your bedside table, then approaches you. Let's get you looking pretty, shall we? The mattress depresses beneath the witch's thighs, and you sigh. You know there is little point in trying to pull away from her. Even if you did, where would you go? The witch is all that you have. Without her, you were nothing. Your own worthlessness has already been imbued deep within your bones. You do not want to admit it, but even you cannot deny the wave of relief which comes when you finally submit to her. Seems we are pretty deep into a loop on this one. The witch stays with you in your tower for a few days, just as she did when you were first incarcerated. She tells you stories about her travels and about the sad girls whose wishes she oh so kindly grants. Do you guys wonder if she actually grants any of those wishes, or if she pulls some kind of like monkey's paw shit and like all of their wishes turn out horrible? I feel like she wouldn't. On the one hand, it totally makes sense. She's like, she's super evil and like probably like a total swindler and a manipulator. But at the same time, if that was true, well, I want to say if that was true, then why would people keep coming to her? But I guess anyone can get desperate enough. Anyway, she also tells you fairy tales, some of which you remember, though vaguely, from your childhood. She toys with your hair, weaving flowers through it, and she brews you cups of tea to keep you warm. I wouldn't expect this girl to be giving, yeah. She dresses you up in various outfits and paints your face as if you were a doll. Then, when the night falls, she takes you to bed, embracing you, your bodies slutting together as if it were meant to be. Though her touch unnerved you in the beginning, you begin to find a strange sort of comfort in her proximity. Who else do you have, after all, to spend time with? Who else would look at you like the witch does, with enchanted eyes, as if everything you have to say, not that she gives you ample opportunities to speak, is utterly enrapturing? You have never met anyone like her before. At least, you do not think you have. Your past is hazy, your memories vague and cloudy like the surface of an old mirror, and you cannot remember. Still, you think that the witch must be special. She makes you feel special, and that is reason enough to hold her in high esteem. Then, when she leaves you, you cannot help but feel her loss. The tower feels uncomfortably empty in her absence, like a newly missing tooth, an empty cavity which aches. You sit up in bed early in the morn after her departure and toy with your hair. You run your fingers through it just as the witch did, but you are hopelessly clumsy and your fingers falter. You try to braid your hair, but you cannot manage it without it coming untied. Part of you wonders whether or not this is some great failing, given you are a princess. Our princess is not supposed to take great pride in their looks, primping and preening. Oh boy, abuser Stockholm Syndrome. No, absolutely. It's so creepy, but I gotta know how it ends. You must be a poor sort of princess. But despite that, the witch still cared enough to try and kidnap you. That must mean you are worth something. If not to your parents, did they ever really love you, if they haven't bothered to look for you? Then to the witch. At least you have her, and that is enough for the present, to soothe you, no matter how hollow your heart might feel. What? Wait, what? What's funny? She cared enough to yeah. No, yeah! That's what I mean, is like... the witch is like getting into her head. She's like, this girl is starting to feel like like she was done a favor by getting kidnapped. That's a few days. The days pass by slowly as you wait for the witch's return. Not you try to tell yourself that you really care about her. She might have braided your hair oh so gently, threading flowers through it. She might have fed you sugary treats with her fingers. But still, she tore you away from everything you once knew and loved. She has ruined your life. You know that you should despise her. But when the witch returns, you set your book down a little too quickly and look at her a little too expectantly. Oops. Just wanted to look at her. She is pretty. The witch seems to notice this. She notices everything with those eagle eyes of hers, because she giggles and says, My, somebody's eager. Did you miss me that much, dear one? Your face flushes at this like a red-capped mushroom, and inwardly you wince. You wish you weren't so transparent. You look at your feet, you cannot look at the witch, your captor, and you mumble something that is only faintly intelligible. Your response is hardly elegant, but the witch catches the general gist because she chuckles. Come now. Don't be like that. I know you like me, really. Otherwise, you wouldn't look so enthusiastic. You tell the witch sullenly, with the voice of a truculent child, that you are not enthusiastic. She is reading too much into things. If you say so, dear. The witch smiles, then reaches into the wicker basket that dangles from the crook of her arm. It seems like you're determined to be difficult today. Though why, I don't know. You'll ruin your pretty face, scowling at me like that. But maybe this will cheer you up? The witch draws something from her basket, and, entranced despite yourself, you observe her. You see that she is clutching a small stack of books. 3 of them, to be precise, bound in leather. She holds them to you like a peace offering, her smile soft. Here. Is this enough to satisfy you, dear one? You thank the witch for her thoughtfulness, feeling ashamed by your earlier conduct, and she beams. That is picture perfect manipulation. Oh my god. It is no trouble at all. I would not wish for you to be bored. Now, let me look at you. How have you been faring in my absence? I see you've been eating well. That's good. But... The witch examines you critically, as a sculptor might eye a piece of marble. Oh my god, stop yawning. Conjuring with her mind's eye the hidden art piece waiting to burst forth from within it. Something about the way the witch looks at you makes you tremble. Her gaze really is discerning. It's as sharp as a razor, uncomfortably so. Why does the witch make you feel like this? You do not know, but... Oh, dear. Your hair looks awfully knotty. I fear you've not been taking proper care of it. You ask the witch once more why it matters, and she tuts. Of course it matters. If you stop paying attention to your appearance, my eyes might begin to wander. I am a fickle woman, after all. She is hardly a woman. She's a witch. Yes, exactly. We're notorious for being inconstant, though I suppose that is what happens when one lives as long as we do. I hate this one. Yeah. I get that. Part of me, you know... To be honest, if you gotta ask me though, if she'd gotten consent, maybe this whole situation wouldn't be all that bad. It's still horribly unhealthy, but like, if I was like already in love with her, this would be kind of awesome. That's the part yeah! She did it without consent when she totally could have done it with consent. Hell, if a super hot witch with like immortality and cosmic power just asked me up front, like, hey, do you want to go live in my tower and like have all of your needs met and taken care of for the rest of your life? But fucking sure. Maybe let me get out and like walk around occasionally, but you know, it's fine. It's kind of great. The witch chuckles, then retrieves the gilt-backed brush from your bedside table next to the pile of books. Now, would you let me take care of you? Let's get you looking presentable. You bristle at the witch's words. How impetuous she is. You wonder whether your response mightn't be in part from anticipation. The thought of being taken care of is not wholly unpleasant, even if the one who means to take care of you is a witch. Foul witch. I might be okay with that if she didn't treat me like a doll. Yeah, that's kind of another issue there, is like she kind of doesn't treat us like a person. Which I'm sure oh, I see Star got some eggs. There you go. It has been almost a month since you were kidnapped. Not that you know it. Time has lost all meaning to you, shut away within your tower, but it continues still. That is 30 days, and soon to be 30 nights. More than 700 hours spent trapped within the stone's walls of your new home. Yes. You suppose you have begun to regard this place as a home. It is where you now live, whether you like it or not. You have not yet found a way to escape. You do not know if such a way exists. The walls of your tower are thick and impermeable, and your room is too high up for you to jump out of the window. There are no stairs which lead downwards to the entrance at the base of the tower, if, indeed, there is an entrance at the base of the tower. For all you know, there's no way out. Is that not what the witch told you? She said she was the only one able to enter and exit at will. You, meanwhile, are quite in her thrall, incapable of escaping. You have been there for such a long time, you are beginning to wonder whether you even want to escape. Where would you go if you were able to leave? What would you do? You do not know. So you continue to stay there. There is nothing else for you to do. So dark and evil and insidious. Like, and yeah, like, how do you get out of this? How do you escape, even if you want to? Oh, is this new? Do you ever feel like screaming, dear one? The witch asks you this question one day when she is sitting with you upon the bed. Once more, she is toying with your hair, fingers snicking through it like the teeth of a comb. Her fingers are long and cold, as are her nails. They scrape against your neck, oddly inhuman, and you tremble, though you try to suppress it. You do not want her to know that she unnerves you, or worse still, that she endears you. You ask the witch, who sounds uncommonly wary, whether something is bothering her, and she sighs in response. Is it that apparent? You did kind of just tell me. It is rather apparent, yes. It is not like the witch to speak of being tired. You thought this was an emotion that afflicted lesser people, not all-powerful beings such as herself. Oh, you flatter me. I am hardly all-powerful. I endured my fair share of hardship before I was able to become the woman I am today. I have suffered in my time. Oh yes, more than you might realize. But my recent suffering has been of the more manageable garden variety, I suppose. You incline your head, taking care not to disturb the delicate braids the witch is twining through your hair, in interest. What manner of suffering could be described as garden variety? It is silly, really, but... The witch clears her throat and says, I told you that I grant wishes, yes? You think she had mentioned it, yes? Well, there's the thing. Putting yourself in a servile position to others only ever results in headaches. Yeah, I've got a headache right now. So many girls demand so much of me. Burning your tongue on your first sip of coffee is garden variety suffering. Yeah. If past becomes tiring, and they can be so ungrateful, too. Okay, I feel like this tells me that she isn't actually granting their wishes. They're so demanding, they're so ungrateful. It tells me that, like, she probably does something that they didn't actually want and is like, oh, but I granted your wish. What's wrong with you? I have been doing my best to live up to everybody's expectations, but it wears upon me. I have rather begun to sicken of other people. They can go and rot for all I care. But you are different. I know. No matter how much hardship I have to endure, you will not leave me. You will not abandon me. I won't let you. Rude ass. I think this might be the last scene before she kills us again, if she kills us again. My, you really have become obedient, dear one. The witch's voice is warm in your ear, her breath ghosting against your skin as she sits behind you upon your bed. Once again, the witch is toying with your hair. She never seems to tire of it, and you no longer try to pull away from her. You do not want to. What would you be without her? At this point, you can hardly imagine. The witch, recognizing how dependent you have become, giggles and says, You really are a good girl. You were quite the handful in the beginning, but you've warmed up a good deal. It makes for quite the change. Now, tell me, dear one, do you miss me when I am not there? You swallow. Your own saliva tastes musty on your tongue, like an old dress which has not been worn in years, like a subterranean prison cell which sees no sunlight. Though the witch is asking, it is a moot question, she already knows the answer. Yes, you miss her. When she is away, you miss her awfully. How nice. I'm glad to hear it. It's wonderful you can be really honest with yourself. But I think you're still holding back. Holding back? Indeed. I think your feelings towards me, dear one, are even more intense than that. If you miss me, then it makes me wonder, do you also love me? Oh boy, here it goes. You stare at the witch with wide, anxious eyes, just like a deer's. This question has stirred something within your chest. Half-remembered dreams, perhaps or passing fancies, or maybe even memories. You can recall somebody asking you this question once a long, long time ago, but you don't remember who it was. You don't remember how you responded to their query. You do remember the pain, however, short and sharp. Then there was nothing. Well, the witch asks, her rose-colored eyes fixed upon you. What do you have to say? You do not know. You stand there, shaking, your hands clasped at your heart as if to defend it from a vicious predator. A clever-eyed crow, perhaps, who likes to make the meals out of knock-kneed princesses. What should you say? Oh. Isn't that neat? I guess... You know, this is a tough one, guys. Do we go with I don't love you? I don't love you. I don't love you. I don't love you. I don't love you. Or I don't love you. Top, bottom, switch. All of the above. Though you know the witch's question is a loaded one, you know full well what answer she wants. You cannot bring yourself to give it. You cannot tell the witch that you love her, even though your body is screaming at you to do so, your every nerve ending on fire. You have vague memories of beholding the scene once before, of the witch standing before you, knife in hand. But even then, you will not betray yourself. You will not let her get the better of you. She has taken so much of you already, your freedom, your future, and so many hours. You will not let her have your heart too. That is something you guard jealously, for as a princess, is your heart not your greatest asset? This is interesting. You must keep it safe, so that you can bequeath it to a handsome prince who might one day come by to rescue you. Or princess! Come on. But the witch must know what you are thinking, because the smile which paints her lips is cruel. Mocking, even. She snorts and says, "Oh, you mean to reject me because you think a prince might rescue you? It is a pretty notion, my dear, but there is no prince to rescue you now. There is just you and me. You can accept my love or not, but if you don't, you will suffer the consequences. Haven't you learned your lesson already, you silly thing? You really are stubborn." There is a flash of light. The witch retrieves, seemingly from thin air, a knife. One with a short blade, but it is sharp enough. You know from past experience how devastating that blade can be. You are sure now, as you back away from your captor, that this scene has played out once before exactly as it is now. You are sure that the witch has descended upon you, knife in hand. Metal pipe from Immortal, that's an uncommon sight. Hello, Immortal. Today I'm going to sum up my main battle tactic in Library of Rune. Oh, that... The main battle tech is metal pipe, got it. You are sure that the witch has descended upon you, knife in hand, but your feet refuse to move. They root you to the spot as if you were an old oak tree, incapable of breaking away. This is simply your role to play in this story. Fair, pretty princesses always meet tragic ends like this, when there are no princes about to rescue them, or other princesses. You played with fire, you poor little fool, and now you have become hopelessly burned. The witch plunges the knife into your breast for a second time while you stand there, unresisting. This time, she makes quicker work of you, and she pierces your heart in a single blow. Your body slumps to the ground, senseless, just like a doll's. And, once again, the cycle repeats itself. You feel pained when you finally wake up. Your whole body burns as though cast into flames, and the first thing you do upon waking is scream. You scream over and over like a banshee, all while tearing at your body, grabbing fistfuls of cloth between your fingers as if you meant to rend your own nightgown asunder. Somebody stabbed you. You can remember that much. A knife plunged into your chest, between your ribs, and pierced your heart. You bled out, and you died. And it hurt. It hurt so much you don't know why you're still sitting here, unblemished, or why you're still breathing. What is going on? You shouldn't be alive. You died. You're sure of it. You know that you died. You felt yourself dying. You felt your corpse slowly becoming cold as you lay there still and stiff, a porcelain doll made of immovable, mutable flesh, left to mold and wither away. But your chest is whole, your nightgown clean. There is no blood. There is no wound. What happened? You examine yourself, your heartbeat slowly steadying. With shaking hands, you press your fingers to your chest as if this might reveal some secret cavity with which you can wriggle your digits inside, like worms. You pat yourself down, but in vain. There is nothing wrong with you at all. And now you're starting to feel rather silly. You flush, embarrassed at your unseemly conduct, when all of a sudden, you hear a footstep. You whip your head upwards, the lights in the room flickering, the moon outside sinking, then rising again. Then rising again, and... Oh, I see you're finally awake. You recognize the voice, but where is its owner? Ah, just there. You see her now. There is a woman standing by your bedside. She has hair the color of sunset that curls around her face, her eyes are soft, and a smile plays about her lips. We've seen this before. Ah. Oh my god, my back is not happy. How many loops are we in? This is the third one. We had the beginning, second loop, and now we're in the third loop. And I'm already hungry. Could have sworn there were more. There... Maybe? I'm fairly certain we've only done 3. Because this time around the dialogue was very different. Okay, just give me a second. I'm like starving. So I'm going to eat a little bit of candy. I have some leftover sushi that I can eat during the break. But for now, there is candy. Gummies even. God, the worst part is she's so pretty. I like her design. But look how tiny this space is. If you were tall, you could barely get on the ground to, like, do push-ups. That'd be so fucking cramped. She looks sweet like an angel, but you know only too well that looks can be deceiving. I am going to initiate skip mode. Wait. How do I... There we go. Have you not spoken to her once before in this very room? You are sure you have, but the harder you try to grasp these details, the more faint and flimsy they become. Perhaps you're making it up. You always have had a penchant for daydreaming. You have not seen this woman before, and if you have, you must have seen her in a dream. Okay, I think we are safe to skip. Okay. Now then, where were we? In this moment, you are the only princess that I care for, and I will take good care of you. I can promise you that. Next day. Unless it is multiple days. No, okay. Oh, dearie me, where has the time gone? The witch addresses you thus during your 5th day spent in captivity. After she is tired of toying with your hair. She stayed at your side rather long during this visit than she has in those in the past, and now the sun is beginning to set. The witch busied herself for hours, playing with you as one might a doll. Though you, of course, are much more than that. While dolls have hard, impermeable bodies made of porcelain which are incapable of experiencing sensation, it is not so for you. You feel every single touch the witch bestows upon you. When her fingernails press against your scalp, you cannot help but shudder. You have begun to think, during the ensuing days, that perhaps things would be easier if you were a doll. Then, you would not sigh so from her touches. You would not lean into her kisses, though you would wish you could lean away. If you could not feel emotions, perhaps this witch would not take so much obvious delight in drawing them out of you. Then, perhaps, she would not torment you so. Like a playground bully, the witch keeps on pressing. She pokes and prods until your stony facade crumbles. She takes delight in your whimpers, but she seems to enjoy it all the more when you snap at her. You have told the witch to leave you alone before, but she never does. Your aggression only ever procures from her that light, tinkling laughter, which has begun to grate on you so. The laughter of a child who knows not the hurt she's causing. Or perhaps she does know, but she does not care. You are unsure which is worse. The witch finally seems to have had enough of your company, however, because she rises from your bed. The witch observes you, her long lashed eyes narrowed, then says, It's unfortunate, but I fear I cannot spend too much more time by your side. I need to be off. Even I have work to do. That's funny. You thought as a witch it was her role to kidnap fair maidens. Is that not her primary line of work? Oh, I wish. It would be nice if there was any money to be made in kidnapping maidens, and who knows? Perhaps there is. If I put a ransom on you, I am sure the king and queen would acquiesce to my requests. I could make quite a tidy profit from capturing princesses. But they say you should never mix work and pleasure. This is more than we've already seen. While it would be nice to make a profit from my passion, I wouldn't wish to tire of my favorite pastime. That would be a true tragedy. So she regards kidnapping young women as a pastime. Well, what else would it be? It's just a bit of fun. For her, maybe it is, but for you? Oh, I'm sure you'll get used to it soon enough. I have not been too unforgivably wicked to you, have I? You think briefly upon the kisses that the witch has plied plied you with during the past few days, her mouth firmly pressed against your own. You can recall the taste of her saliva on your tongue. It was oddly floral, wasn't it? Everything about the witch is oddly floral, though you think she might be compensating for something. When she kissed you, you thought you could taste the earth and dirt, silty soil, and writhing worms. A moment passes. You blink. Then, quietly, you say no. She hasn't been too wicked to you. She has been, by all accounts, been treating you quite gently. Surprisingly so for a witch. Well, there you go then. You have enough food to eat, and clothes to wear, and books to read. What more could a girl want for consent? A girl could want for consent! Holy shit! Oh, you don't know, your freedom maybe? Exactly. Freedom is overrated. How much of it did you have when you were a princess? That is a good question. You cannot remember. That's what I thought. The witch smiles smugly and then leans in. She takes your face between her palms, cupping it, then says, "Now look. There are many, many people out there who seek the aid of witches such as myself. There are many sad, lonely little girls out there with no friends and family, and nobody who will listen to them. Granting their wishes is my job, though I fear I've been ignoring their plaintive cries in favor of spending my time with you. My clients will probably get angry if I keep shirking my duties." Now, that is peculiar. You are surprised that so many people would willingly seek the services of a witch. Do they not have a bad reputation in these lands? Indeed, we do. A bad reputation is better than having no reputation, though. Some people are desperate enough that they're even willing to turn to the devil for help. I thought that you would know that already, dear one. Your brow furrows, your expression flat and dull, uncomprehending. Did you once turn to a witch, this witch, for help in the past? If you led a life as sheltered as the witch is claiming, it doesn't seem beyond the realms of possibility. But this, like so many other things about your past, will have to remain a mystery. In any case, I think I'll be busy for a few days. I won't be able to pay you as many regular visits as I have been, but don't fret. I will try to hurry with my obligations as quickly as I can, so I can be with you once again, like fate ordained. Fate? Yes, indeed. A princess is nothing without a witch to keep guard over her. Without me, I fear your existence would lose all meaning. But I would lose meaning without you too. See, it's so close to being a really cute, if unhealthy, relationship. I mean, two people loving each other so much that their lives have no meaning without each other. Sure, it means you don't exactly have a contingency plan if something happens to that person. Oh, but while you have them, it's just the best things could ever be. At least I hope. We need one another, just like roses need the earth in which they sprout. So of course, I will return to you. I cannot help myself. We are drawn together, you and I, but if you wish to look for further reassurance, I do not mind making an oath. Now, look here. The witch relinquishes her grip upon you and takes a step back. For a few moments you allow yourself to feel a flicker of relief, soothed by the distance which has now been put between yourself and the witch. But then you see a flash of silver in the witch's right hand, and your relief soon withers. What is she holding? This is a knife, my dear one. Just a simple paring knife, really. I mostly use it for peeling fruits, It should serve my purpose well enough. Behold. The witch lifts her right hand, holding it upward so it's level with your curious eyes. She extends her long, bony fingers, flexing them so they seem to expand like the unfurling petals of a flower. With the other hand, she holds the handle of the knife steady. Unblinkingly, she introduces the blade of the knife to her palm. Then she presses. Blood begins to bloom on her white flesh in moments, her skin cleaving beneath the tip of the knife. You watch, entranced, as gobbets of bright red blood splash against the silver blade, sullying it. The witch cuts herself without any hesitation, without any emotion, as a gardener might snip through the stem of a flower with a pair of shears. Does she not feel any pain? Does not look like it. Her expression is quite impassive, unwavering even. You have wondered before, but you are quite certain now. She truly is not human. She has transcended such petty notions to become something otherworldly, something extraordinary. Now, let me do the same to you. Does she mean to... But of course, a pact has no meaning if only one person is making it, just as promises have no purpose if only one person is willing to keep them. I am already offering myself unto you, dear one. So you need to offer yourself up to me too. That way we will always be bound together, not through words, which are flimsy, but through something much more immutable. Both paupers and princesses are capable of telling lies, but blood is always honest. The witch speaks in a curious sing-song which does not match how cold and human her eyes are. She brings down her knife, smeared copper brown with her own coagulating blood, against your palm. She presses the blade into your skin, which is soft and unyielding, unmarked by any calluses. Yours are hands which have never known hard work. Yours are hands which have never before known any hurt. There. Just stay still, right? That's a good girl. You're doing so well. That was before you met the witch. And skipping. Oh! This is new already. You are unsure whether you can survive the fall, no matter how verdant the grass is at the base of your tower. And even if you did survive, and your legs did not break from the impact, which are already two great suppositions, you would not know where to run. You do not know where the city is. For all you know, it could be miles and miles away. It could even be across a sea of lava, across a dark, tempestuous ocean. Is this the first time the actual surroundings of the tower have been described? I'm kind of wondering, but I need to make sure... Yeah. The skip is set to only skip, like, red text, so if something has been unread, then, you know, it stops you. So, I'm wondering why it stopped us here, because I do remember us reading this. You have no idea if this is the country you were born in, and neither do you know where you are on any map. The witch is the only person who can tell you where you are, and you get the distinct feeling she is not being wholly truthful with you. She responds to your queries, yes, but her words seem to bend in the sunlight when it meets the surface in the mirror. Her words are like quicksilver. They shift and mutate, and you cannot pin them down. When you ask her where you are, she smiles and laughs and says, "Why, in this tower, of course." When you ask her where the tower is, she says, "In the woods." This is not a lie, of course. You are most definitely in a tower, which is situated in the woods, but any attempt to extricate further information from her results in laughter. If you ask too many questions, she invariably starts kissing you. It's quite effective at shutting you up. It's very hard to articulate yourself witch's tongue is nudging against your own, and her arms are about you, and you are sighing. When she takes you in her arms, and she holds you, and she kisses you, you forget about your questions. You forget about trying to escape, if only for a few brief, blissful moments where nothing much seems to matter, save her. Okay, that was new. Then she leaves you, and you find yourself feeling more uneasy than ever before, disgusted at yourself for cleaving so easily to her kisses, and even more confused. You still have no idea where you are, but maybe the particulars don't matter. You are in a tower in the forest, and nobody but the witch knows where you are. Nobody will be coming to save you, and you cannot save yourself. Even if you could jump from the window, you can't, and you knew where the city was, you don't. There is something rather uncouth about attempting to escape. You are a princess, after all, and princesses aren't supposed to go rescuing themselves. That's not how stories like these go. They're supposed to wait until a handsome prince rescues them. And that's what you do. Like a good little girl, you sit by your window looking out over the forest, which stretches on endlessly, and you think. You daydream and you dither, but in the end, you do absolutely nothing. I'll admit, like, I find it a little bit tough to like reread through the same stuff over and over again and like figure out like what to skip and what not to skip because, you know, content. But at the same time, I do kind of like I have always thought repetition and revision type art to be really cool. So like I don't hate this. I just hope it's not too tedious for you guys. Anyway, let's skip. Damn. We're getting more and more extra details each loop. You should be used to all this inertia, this yawning, empty nothingness, but it still gnaws at you. That's why you begin reading. It's fortunate that the tower isn't completely devoid of entertainment. There are books, at least. Shelves full of them, stacked against the stone walls. There are so many books the wood shelves groan beneath their weight. The books are a detail that I want to think about a little bit, actually, because in every loop, she's brought us books. Does that mean the bookshelf has been increasing in volume this whole time, or are we actually in like a time loop, and every time she brings us books, it's for the first time? You're hard-pressed to pick up a book, but you eventually settle upon a romance. It's frothy and inoffensive, and not particularly interesting, but losing yourself within its pages is better than sitting idle. It at least occupies your brain. It stops you from thinking about your predicament, which can only be described as dire. And it stops you, too, from thinking about her. That really is the most frustrating part about this whole experience. When the witch was with you forever by your side, you could not wait to be rid of her. Now you are rid of her. You have nothing left to look forward to save her next visit. Your world has become very small since you were kidnapped, compressing down on itself until it can be fit inside a walnut shell. That is why you read. You immerse yourself in somebody else's life, even if it is a made-up life. It might stop you thinking about your own. At the moment, it's the only meaningful way you can be free. Oh, man. This poor girl. Now let's see. Okay. The what? Well, I'm gonna trust the game. Because once again, like, this is the line we've definitely read before, but, like, it probably leads into something that... Like, it's probably... It's probably giving us context for something that will read this new. The witch retrieves the brush from your bedside table, and then approaches you. She has done this many times before, but you find yourself shrinking away from her regardless. You do not want the witch touching your hair. You do not want her touching any part of you. You do not want to be alone, but you do not want to be with her either. You do not want her to disappear, but you cannot bear to look at her. Paralyzed by indecision, not knowing what you want, not knowing what to say, you edge away, small and afraid, while the witch smiles. Now, let me make you beautiful. The mattress depresses beneath the witch's thighs, and you sigh. And we let her have her way with us. Ah, okay. And this next time skip is when she's away for a really long time. She comes back, and we look a little too eager when she returns. My. Somebody's eager. Did you miss me that much, dear one? Your face flushes at this like a red-capped mushroom, and inwardly you wince. Aren't princesses supposed to be calm, composed, perfectly poised? You might not remember much of your past, nor your life in the palace, but do you think you should be accustomed to compliments at this point? Surely princes have been going down on one knee and taking your hand for years, ever since your 18th birthday. It should be ingrained in you, but you feel awkward and clumsy before the witch's words regardless. Stripped bare, and oddly exposed. It is enough to make you wonder. We've been wondering about this one for a while. Are you really a princess at all? You look at your feet, cannot look at the witch, your captor, and you mumble something that is only faintly intelligible. Your response is hardly elegant, but the witch catches the general gist because she chuckles. Come now, don't be like that. I know you like me, really. Otherwise, you wouldn't look so enthusiastic. You tell the witch sullenly, in the voice of a truculent child, that you are not enthusiastic. She's reading too much into things. If you say so, dear. The witch smiles, then reaches into her wicker basket, dangles from the crook of her arm. It seems like you're determined to be difficult today, though. Why, I don't know, you ruin your pretty face scowling at me like that. Maybe this will cheer you up. And this is where she gets the books. 3. Have we always had a number for the amount of books? I don't... My memory is so bad. 3 of them, to be precise, bound in leather. She holds them to you like a peace offering, her smile soft. Here, is this enough to satisfy you, dear one? You mean to reply, really you do, but the words catch in your throat. Your initial instinct is to thank the witch for her kindness, but why should you? She kidnapped you. You do not owe the witch anything. This also feels new. Yeah, this is new. Oh, shit. And the ads just hit. That sucks. Well, I'm gonna have a little bit of candy. And wait at least a little bit. In case there are people who are not subbed that are watching. Um, I just had a thought, but I think I want to save it for later. Oh my god, I need water. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for the hydration check. Ha 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 ha. Okay. You do not know the witch anything. You should not owe her anything, at least. But that makes it all the more complicated to navigate this gift. What should you do? We're slowly breaking out of it. We're becoming less and less obedient each cycle. You dither for a few moments, rendered mute. You never know what to say to the witch. Well, the witch chuckles. Well, let me leave these at your bedside table. You can peruse them when it's most convenient for you, or not, if they aren't to your liking. I'm not boorish enough to force a gift upon a fair maiden if she doesn't want it. That is quite curious, given she was boorish enough to kidnap you. Now, let me look at you. How have you been faring in my absence? I see you've been eating well, that's good, but... Which examines you critically, like a sculptor at a piece of marble. She's sharp as a razor. Why does she make you feel like this? Do not know, but you wish she didn't. It makes your skin crawl. I think that's new too. Oh dear, your hair looks awfully naughty. Yes, going once more. Aye, Valor, hi. Egg. Yes, thank you for the egg. We are just navigating the time loops, trying to figure out what's new and what isn't. Okay. So this is after she leaves again. And we're wondering, she said she was the only one able to enter and exit at will. You, meanwhile, are quite in her thrall, incapable of escaping. You have been in there for such a long time, you are beginning to wonder whether you even want to escape. We're reading Stockholm Syndrome Simulator. Beller is the lady whose breath smells like rotten Febreze. Oh my god, that's perfect. Rot and Febreze. That's exactly it. That's perfect. Where would you go if you were able to leave? What would you do? The time unspools before you, each day blurring into the other. You have so much time now. But there is precious little to fill it save reading. You've gone through most of the books in your tower already, and you're beginning to long for something more than light, frothy fairy tales, even more insubstantial than sea foam. Perhaps you will ask the witch for more books when she visits you, though you have no idea when that will be. Honestly, if I was stuck like this, I would ask her to bring me sketchbooks. And I would just draw. I would just work on drawing forever. I wouldn't have references for like drawing characters, so I'd probably just get really good at drawing landscapes. Her visits are sporadic, and she does not always stay for very long. She seems to care more about how you look than what you think, and she fusses about your hair and clothes more than your words, but maybe that is to be expected. Yeah, I totally love you. Can I have a computer now? Honestly, that'd be sick too. I mean, if I had internet access and a computer, wouldn't be that bad. Wouldn't be that different from the life I'm living right now. Oh, that's sad. I'm not gonna think about that. You are a princess after all. You were raised like a sacrificial lamb to be bartered away at the highest bidder. That is how all princesses are, whether they are engaged to princesses or kidnapped by witches. They exist to be looked at and to be admired. What they think is of little consequence. The witch's treatment of you was rankled in the beginning. It stung your pride. Your pride, you suppose, as a princess. In the beginning, you railed against her. Now, however, you have begun to miss her company. Every day when you awake, you are made aware anew of just how much your world has shrunk. It contains nothing save the witch. There is nothing for you to anticipate beyond her visits. Nobody for you to speak to save the voices in your own head. It wears upon you, but you have the strangest of feelings that this is where you belong. Wrinkled? 1 second. I've actually never, I've never found the definition for this word either. I've heard it before, but I never looked it up. When you are wrinkled, I didn't fall asleep, I'm right here. When you are wrinkled by something, you are caused annoyance or resentment that persists. So when somebody says something and makes a comment that really, that like pisses you off and that sticks with you. My model fell asleep. Yeah, I kind of did. I just went back. Me. Anyway. This is your new world. You are playing the role that is expected with you. For is this not what princesses are supposed to do? Being a prisoner must be in your blood. It is part of you who you are. Ugh. Ingrained into you, just like your knowledge on how to pour a cup of tea without spilling it, or how to address your superiors without making a nuisance of yourself. You know how to be quiet, how to be meek, how to be mild. I might need to turn down the volume on some of the sound alerts because I think it might be peaking now on Twitch. You do not know how to stop worrying, however. What will happen to you if the witch begins to tire of you? What then? This is getting so... Oh, it's getting so interesting, but we're just being drip-fed. It's just little by little, every cycle. Ugh! I need conclusiveness. I need... Oh, here we are back at this. Do you ever feel like screaming? Do you ever feel like screaming, dear one? Once more, she's toying with your hair. Fingers are long and cold, makes you... Ugh. She unnerves you, but also endears you. Oh, she's so wary. And she is definitely all-powerful, but she has suffered. But she's talking about manageable garden variety of suffering, like burning her tongue on some coffee. Or your ability to accidentally walk quietly and scare people when they realize I'm existing there. I do that too. I've got that, like, that very light walk. What manner of suffering can be described as garden variety? It's silly. I told you I grant wishes. So many. And they're so ungrateful. Guys! We were right! We were right! This is Rosette! What happened to you, girl? Oh my god. Oh, it has to be her! There is no way it can't be her! With all of these hints that she's been dropping. This can't be a coincidence. This can't be just some girl who has pink hair, who has a rose theme, who was abused and taken advantage of when she was younger, who was obsessed with books and fairy tales, and who went to a conservatoire for all girls. And who's a lesbian. It can't be anybody else. It almost feels like being back in the conservatoire again. The conservatoire? What's that? Some sort of school for witches? Never you mind, dear. The witch chuckles softly, her fingers stilling in your hair. Her voice sounds light as always, but you detect a strange note to it. A degree of hesitance. Did she misspeak? Perhaps she let slip a bit more than she intended. It is a nuisance, that is all. I vowed that I would not take on more favors for others, but even witches must fulfill their purpose. I have rather begun to sicken of other people. They can go and rot for all I care. Gotta go to do group unless no one shows up because they think we're closed today. Probably won't be that lucky. Well, I hope to see you soon at least. We might still be alive when you're done anyway. So I hope to see you then. See you, Valor. But you were different. I know no matter how much hardship I have to endure, you will not leave me. You will not abandon. God. Thinking about this with like pretty much almost entirely. With almost complete confirmation that this is Rosette. It is so sad what the trauma of everything that those bitches from her youth did to her, and everything the witch did to her as well. Because, like, what? Like, how much pain would she have been in to become a bit of a hypocrite? To become a witch after she was tormented by one, to be so obsessed with never being lonely again that she kidnaps a girl and traps her and wipes her memories so that she has nothing but her. This witch really needed a hug before all of this crap happened. Oh, man. You will not abandon me. I won't let you. Oh, man. Oh, man, now it's getting really good. My, you really have become obedient. Okay, we're gonna skip. Oop. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, the Stockholm Syndrome is really kicking in. Once again, the witch is toying with your hair. She never seems to tire of it, and you no longer try to pull away from her. You do not want to. You have grown comfortable in her presence, more than you imagined you might. And the witch has seen this. She has sensed the easing of your breathing, the slumping of your shoulders, and she smiles from it, amused by your easy acquiescence to her affection. Like, if this is Rosette, she has to have completely lost her mind. Like, maybe something happened after the events of It Gets So Lonely, and she just fucking broke. You have become docile, just like a cat. She is well aware of it, and this fact brings a flush to your face. You look at your lap, your eyes half lidded, and tell her that you are simply too tired to fight her off. You have been her prisoner for so long, it would be foolish to remain antagonistic towards her. She is the one, after all, who feeds you, who entertains you, who keeps you company. You really are a good girl. You were quite the handful in the beginning, but you've warmed up quite a good deal. It makes for quite the change. Now, tell me, dear one. Here it comes. Do you miss me when I am not there? You swallow. Your own saliva tastes musty on her tongue like an old dress has not been worn in years, like an old subterranean prison cell which sees no sunlight. Though the witch is asking, it is a moot question. She already knows the answer. Yes, you miss her. When she is away, you miss her awfully. How nice. I'm glad to hear it. It's wonderful you can finally be honest with yourself, but I think you're holding back. Holding back? Indeed. I think your feelings towards me, dear one, are even more intense than that. If you miss me, then it makes me wonder. This is probably not the last one. Do you also love me? You have been fighting off slowly mounting feelings of deja vu since you first awoke in this tower, but this question finally brings you to your senses. You feel as though you have finally awoken, just like Sleeping Beauty from a long, long dream. The witch has asked you this question once before. She asked you whether you loved her, and you refused her. You were too proud and haughty to accept her love, and you paid for it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! The way... Ooh, the way she's phrasing that is a little concerning. She splashed your blood against the tower floor. And you were left to lie there in a heap. A sad, pathetic pile. You did not look very much like a princess then, for all your airs and graces. The witch left you to die. But she is a merciful witch, and she has given you a second chance. What will you say to her this time? Oh! Oh! Now we get to actually decide! Okay. Obviously, unless the game wipes our save, we're gonna see what both of them say. Question is, what should we do first? I'm sort of wondering if maybe we can go for another round and get more, like, interesting details and stuff. Thank you for the egg. I'm sort of wondering if saying I love you will probably end the game. So saying no probably will reset the cycle. And make us more aware next time. And in fact, maybe, there actually is an ending where we keep saying no, and maybe we find a way to escape. My goodness, how compelling. I'm gonna say no. Oh, dear one. The witch clicks her tongue as she examines you, one hand under her chin. You are proving to be awfully stubborn. You quail before the witch and her large, rose-like eyes, your head hanging. You have the awful feeling you have disappointed her, a feeling which is intense enough to be crushing. You feel your insides squirming unpleasantly, as though they have been hooked by a fisherman's lure. You are almost tempted to apologize to her. You cannot help it if you do not love her, but you wish you didn't look so very hurt when... Well, it's no matter. This is hardly the first time I've asked you this question, and it's hardly the first time you've rejected me. At this point, I've become accustomed to it. It's like a little game, and I rather enjoy games. They were not so very fun, I will admit, at the conservatoire, when the other girls played tricks upon me, but it had been rather entertaining to watch you squirm in my tower, all alone. Now, shall we give this another go? I wonder how long you can keep resisting me. You might be strong. I suppose I should have expected it, really, given your true nature. But I've endured horrors you can't possibly understand, and I'm even stronger. I'm not going to let you get the better of me. I've had enough of being walked all over, my dear, pretty princess. The witch draws the knife from thin air as she speaks, her smile cloying, so sweet it's almost saccharine. She takes one neat, nimble step forward like a dancer and draws you to her once more. You recognize this pose. She has held you in her arms like this before. The Prince Siegfried to your white-winged Odette. Abusive narcissist. Yeah. It hurts. It makes me so sad to see Rosette turn out this way. It makes me so sad. But the front of your pale gown and your fair ivory skin do not remain so for very long. The witch's knife plunges into your chest, sure and true. Sounds like a few of my exes. The blade sliding between your ribs as though it belongs there. You gasp, but not in surprise. You have the dull feeling, as you totter back, that this has happened once before. You are accustomed to it already. It is not so very surprising, therefore, when you gasp. You choke. You splutter, blood burbling from between your lips, such a deep crimson it's almost black. Your body teeters. Your legs, two slender stems, give way beneath you. Then you fall. Your head makes a loud crack as it hits the ground, like a gourd dropped from a tall height. From the window of your tower, perhaps. But you don't register it. You can't hear it. You have already succumbed. Okay. So we save here. And now, let's see what happens when we say yes. It seems like the game is probably going to end when we say I love you. I really hope this doesn't wipe our save, because I want to see the real ending, whatever the real ending is. But let's tell this abusive narcissist I love you. In the face of the witch's inquisition, there is only one thing you can say. There is only one thing that destiny will allow you to say. This is the moment that your story has led up to. This is why you exist within this tower with the witch watching over you. You exist solely so that you can love her. And you know the moment the words pass your lips that you have done your duty. That is so creepy. Oh my god. You have fulfilled your role in this story. There will be no more resisting from you now. Your shoulders slump in relief, content with your newfound bondage, with this repeating recursive nightmare as the witch smiles. She looks at you tenderly, as a mother might a child, as though you are her child, and you have pleased her by eating all your vegetables or tidying up your toys. It took some doing, but you have finally given her the correct answer. Of course you love the witch. How could you not? She is all you know in this world and all you have to rely on. And is blind reliance not what love is? The witch seems to agree because she giggles. Her fingers curl against your captive cheeks, her nails digging into them just hard enough to hurt. So sharp she threatens for a brief moment to draw blood. But your concerns are soon allayed or else overridden when the witch leans in. Softly, she says, I knew you couldn't keep holding out against me. You were awfully stubborn, but all of that silly resistance is in the past. Finally, you're all mine, my adorable, pretty princess. Then she kisses you. A harsh, crushing kiss, which robs the air from your very lungs and the sense clean out of your skull. Oh. There's more to this than I thought. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man, there's so much more. Oh god. Ugh, I don't know what to do. Oh, I don't know what to do. Which route should we go with? Oh. I mean, I think we all know the route that we all want to go with. But do we do that one first? Or do we do the Stockholm Syndrome first? And then we do the... Okay. You know what? I just need one person to give me their thoughts on it. You feel tired when you finally wake up. At this point, you have seen this ceiling one too many times. It stares down at you hatefully, as restrictive as the shell of a walnut, a prison in which you have found yourself trapped. You have been here before. Because you know what? No matter what she's been through, no matter how kind she's sort of been to us, this isn't love. Love isn't like this, and... we deserve to be a full person. You have been here before. You have seen these walls, and you have seen that window, and you have seen the sky beyond it, but never have you seen any door. There is no way out of here. Listlessly, you lie there, remembering the many deaths which dance through your mind like dust motes. You have died so many times you can hardly keep track of them. Damn, how far ahead did we go? Then, you hear a voice. Her voice. You recognize this too. You have seen this scene play out so many times before, you have become quite jaded. Perhaps it is time to disassociate. You let the witch introduce herself one more, as though you are strangers, as your days begin to melt away. The time passes one day after the other, over and over and over, until the witch one day asks you that all-important question. Do you love me? So I could give in if I wanted to. But I'm not gonna. This again. The witch tuts, evidently displeased, as her fingers press against your cheeks, her nails sharp like claws, so they almost draw blood. I'm beginning to tire of this back and forth. I thought that I would be able to break you down by this point, like the dear little doll that you are. But never mind. It would appear some further persuasion is in order. Just don't complain if it hurts, dear one. Remember, you are the one who brought this upon yourself. Can I just say... Can I just say this is one of the most evil characters I can think of in recent memory. There is something so perfectly human. There is something so perfectly human about how evil she is that makes it the most horrifying it can be. It's crazy. Like, this is really well written narcissism and insanity and ugh. There was a flash of silver, one which has become far too familiar. Then you feel pain, but only for a few seconds. The witch's blade sinks into your chest, plunging into your heart. You bleed, and your body crumples to the floor. Then you die. Everything goes dark, and you die. You feel tired when you finally wake up. At this point, you have seen the ceiling one too many times. It stares you down hatefully as the restrictive shell of a walnut, a prison in which you have found yourself trapped. You've been here before. Hang on. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's no way out. There's no way out. There is no split path. There's no second route. Okay. Well, no, I don't think that's dumb at all. I think that's exactly the point. I think that is exactly the point of this story, is that the player character has no way out. There is no hope at all. It makes sense given you're against another determinant. Yeah, I mean, Rosette has done this probably longer than we have, and also... Like, what? Are we gonna miraculously figure out some kind of way to escape? There isn't one. There never was one. We've been told that time and time again. The only thing that we have is our resistance. And she is our match. I don't think that's dumb at all. I don't, like... It would be cool if we could defiantly fight back and win. But this girl just won't get a happy ending. And that's crazy. That really is something. I guess we have no choice but say yes. Let's die a few more times and see how that goes. There's something there. Oh my god, there's something so... I feel like you know, this game encourages you. This game encourages you to skip what you've already read. So there's something so cinematic about realizing after skipping so many times that there's nothing you can do. That is such like that so perfectly encapsulates the absolute helplessness of this situation. I think that's really freaking cool. I'm gonna tag Ebby Hime in a post and tell them how much I loved this. Maybe one day they'll pay attention to me. Okay, I guess we have to say I love you. These lines have a little bit more meaning to me now. In the face of the witch's inquisition, there's only one thing you can say. There's only one thing that destiny will allow you to say. This is the moment that your story has led up to. This is why you exist, within this tower, with the witch watching over you. You exist solely that you can love her. And you know, the moment the words pass your lips, that you have done your duty. You have fulfilled your role in this story. There will be no more resisting from you now. Your shoulders slump in relief, finally contented with your newfound bondage in this repeating, recursive nightmare as the witch smiles. Of course you love the witch. How could you not? She is all you know in this world and all you have to rely on, and is blind reliance not what love is? The witch seems to agree because she giggles. Oh, man. I'm almost wondering if Ebby put a thing in there where like if you say I don't love you 100 times or something, then you actually can get out, and we just like missed out. It's like that meme about gambling where the guy digs almost to the end and then walks away. You guys know what I'm talking about. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. That was crazy. You thought, after confiding in the witch, that she might be more compelled to spend time with you? You had hoped, by sharing your gently blossoming feelings, that it would kindle a newfound understanding between the two of you, and that she would come to care for you. You had hoped. No, you were not sure what you had hoped. Not anymore. But it was not this. Days continue to slide by, as slippery as an eel's back, and yet you see no sign of the witch. She left you food enough to last several weeks. Food which does not seem to sprout mold nor turn sour no matter how much time passes. Perhaps it is enchanted. The hard loaves of rye bread which the witch bequeathed you do not turn bluish-white from age, and the cheeses she bestows you with retain much of their flavor. The punnets of strawberries are still sweet, the cherries tantalizingly tart. You are not in any danger of languishing anytime soon, but though your stomach is full, your heart feels disconcertingly empty. It feels as though the witch has stolen something from you, something precious, which you cannot recover. The witch has already stolen you from your old home, your old life. She may also have stolen your old memories, though you're less sure about that. You are beginning to fear, however, that in the wake of your confession, she has stolen something even more intimate. She has stolen your affection, plucking words of love from your lips, as easily as she might twist a berry from a bush or the head from a flower. She has harvested your feelings in a manner which, in retrospect, feels uncomfortably calculated. Did she lavish you with gifts so that you might grow to adore her? Did she cultivate your feelings on purpose in the hopes of reaping them, or having something else to steal from you? Now that she has claimed your heart, perhaps she no longer finds you amusing. Has she begun to grow bored of you? What will happen to you then? Will she abandon you, all alone in this tower, with no way of escaping, with no means of procuring your own food? Feels a bit too comparable to what happens IRL. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the story hurts, and it's so horrifying, but it's so well written. Oh, Jazzy, I think you missed the big reveal. I think you missed it. Glad to see the game still depressing AF. Yeah, so what happened was we finally got to an opportunity when she asked us, "Hey, do you love me?" where we could actually say yes or no. And we said no again. And basically she went, "Oh, honey, I have experienced things far worse than you could ever comprehend. And I am stronger than you." And then we entered into an endless loop where the only thing we could do anytime we said no was die. There was no new dialogue. There was no new anything. We just died. I really thought that we were going to have, like, an alternate path. Brandon, about how strong you are, I just don't want you, crazy bitch. Yeah, except that's... We ended up being forced to say I love you to her. That's... We had no choice in the matter. There wasn't a second ending. There were no branching paths. There's no other route. You just had to give in eventually. And I found that so fucking fascinating. It's gross. It's horrible. It's horrifying. But it's really well written. Because, like, especially if you had already played It Gets So Lonely here, which this obviously is related to it. If you played It Gets So Lonely here, it might lead you to expect that, yeah, I can break out of the cycle, I can be free, but not this time. There is no hope. So yeah, we ended up saying I love you, and now we're on that path. It's ugh. Oh, it's heavy. To be honest, it's a bit uncomfortable, so I've just had you on in the background. That's fair. It is uncomfortable. But I want to know how it ends. However... However, it's break time. It is definitely break time. Yeah. Just forgive me for muting. Oh, you were muting me? That's even worse. Man. Well, thank you for at least having me on in the background. I do appreciate your presence, even if you're not watching. In any case, I'm gonna go get something to eat, because I am incredibly hungry, and I think I'm going to go find me a fair young maiden to seduce and feast upon. So I will see you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna try and shoot for like 15 minutes, and then we'll come back for a bit more. The end of an obsession. Hopefully we'll see the end, and we can possibly leave Toxic Yuri behind us for a while. Wouldn't that be nice? Even though I know Ebihime is releasing another Toxic Yuri visual novel very soon. They've been teasing it quite a bit. We might play the one, might not. Anyway, I'll go ahead and see you guys in a little bit. Thank you so much for sticking around, those of you who have, even if you've just had me on in the background. And I will see you in a little bit. Raise this turtle head sign. Ooh, good point. Good point. I have been looking for more games to add to Mondays. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a little bit, in about 15. So hey, come back for more non-toxic. Sweet. Come back for more Edip and Obsession, and don't go away. Yeah. Hello. Missed you too. Oh, thank you. Oof. I see Rizu missed it as well. Oh god. Oh gourd. Oh my. Oh me. Oh dear. Ah. Oh god. Here it comes. Egg attack. I see you guys have been saving up again. Nim nim nim. I did indeed have a little bit of my leftover sushi. There's a little bit more left that I'm saving. Ah, fuck! Now I just want to say that was very hurtful. My feelings are hurt, and I would like an apology, but I know I'm not going to get. Okay, never mind. You gave me an apology. Oh god, that got me so good. And I made myself too small. I think I can actually get away with making myself very big. Yes, large. More! Now I'm blocking the text. This is too much. But actually, maybe I could go like here. More! Buttons. You like the textures of my model? The shading? The layers? My model is very nicely made. Covered tummy. Yeah. On the next iteration, I think I want to go with uncovered tummy. Or a corset. Actually, a corset would be pretty awesome. Any hoozle. It's time for us to come back to more horrifyingness. I actually posted on Blue Sky, and I tagged Epi, and I was like, "This is so delectably horrifying, and I can't look away from it." In any case, okay. Where were we? Will she abandon you, all alone in this tower, with no way of escaping, with no means of procuring your own food? If she were to do that, you are sure you would die, either of loneliness or starvation. You're unsure which would come first. You tried to take solace within the page of numerous novels within your tower, but you've read them all before. The stories entombed with the pages do not change. They cannot distract you from your anxieties. The actions of the put-upon heroines, in any case, seem awfully trite. There is a lot of running through the woods, rainbows snagging at the hems of dresses, or else catching at hair, and anyway, these stories all end badly. The heroine always dies. As far as romance stories go, They are not very cheerful. They cannot console you. The witch is not there, and in her absence, you are all alone. Oh, man. Did she actually just abandon us? Holy shit. The days continue to pass, but little changes. The witch pays you a handful of visits, but they are infrequent, few and far between, and they are depressingly perfunctory alongside it. These visits do little to assuage you that the witch still loves you. How can she, when she comes and goes very easily, just like a cat? And, you know, I bet you anything the witch is doing this on purpose. Like, now that she knows she's got us, now she's starving us of her presence just to try and make us more obsessed with her. If she loved you, could she really abandon you without a backwards glance? You do not know, or perhaps you don't want to. Dwelling upon it is too uncomfortable. Does the witch not know what she is doing to you? Does she not know how much you have come to care for her? Surely she must, for it was she who pulled that confession, timorous as it was, and uneasy, from your lips. You told the witch that you loved her, and she has repaid you by abandoning you. Did you come on too strongly? Was she unhappy to hear of your affection for her? This is exactly what she wants you to think. These are the exact thoughts she wants you to torture yourself with. That cannot be right, though. Not when she laughed upon hearing your confession. You thought that it would make her happy, but was that not presumptuous of you? What do you know of the witch? You do not even know her name. You work yourself up into knots every day which passes, so much so your insides feel uncomfortably tangled. Not knowing what to say nor what to do, you remain mute. It is easier to say nothing than too much, and to shatter what little regard the witch might have for you. But you ache for her presence, for her attention and her affection. And so, unable to stop yourself, you find yourself asking the witch what you did wrong. Why has she been avoiding you? Avoiding you, dear one? The witch looks at you questioningly, her expression so believably bemused that you begin to doubt yourself. I'm not avoiding you. Perish the thought. Why would I do something so callous? Fucking liar. You are not sure, that's why you are asking her. She spends so little time with you lately, you just thought, that is where you're getting tripped up, dear one. You are a princess. Therefore, you should not think. You have no need for it. Princesses are made to be pampered by others, not to try and sleuth their way out of their own problems. That's sickening. You will be much happier if you stop worrying, silly thing. Well, yes, you suppose she's right. You can see the logic there. Your life would be a lot easier if you could simply switch off your worries as if they were a gas lamp. I see what you're doing there, Abby. I see what you're doing there. This is a very subtle reference to the play that is the origin of the term gaslighting, called Gaslight, and it's about a fucking manipulative narcissist. That's great. I appreciate this. This story is horrifying, and it makes me feel ill, but I appreciate it so much. That's enough, dear one. Remember what I said? There is no sense in thinking. You'll work yourself up again. But you cannot help but think. You have nothing else to occupy your hours when she is away, and she has been away so often lately. Ah, yes. I suppose you're right. I have been keeping away from you lately, but that is not due to any malice on my part. No? Of course not. My feelings for you remain as strong as ever, but I have just been awfully busy lately. That is all. There are many sad, lonely girls out there, after all, with wishes that need granting. If I've seemed at all distracted, that is why. It has nothing to do with you, so please, do not cry. I cannot bear to see you looking so sad. What? Were you crying? Yes, you are. Your eyes are wet. So are your cheeks. You poor dear thing. The witch tuts and leans in. Gently, she introduces her fingers to your cheeks, cupping them as if you are something invaluable. When she touches you like that, you feel as though you are precious. On your own, it is easy. She's visiting you less because she got a side piece. Oh, maybe she do. Maybe she do. Maybe she's got a mistress. On your own, it is easy to get caught up in the mire of your own thoughts, but with the witch... Shh. Easy now. Try not to cry, dear. You will spoil your pretty face. With the witch, you feel like the princess she claims that you are. She makes you feel as though, for the first time in your life, you are wanted, you are needed, you are safe. And perhaps that is why you begin to cry in earnest. The gentler the witch handles you. Yeah, patronizing, gaslighting, manipulating. She's done all of it. You always thought it was a foolish saying to kill somebody with kindness. But now, you think you can finally see the logic behind it. The witch is killing you, whether she knows it or not. Even when she leaves you, you are not alone. Not truly. She has burrowed her way into your heart, and there you fear she will remain lodged from now until the end of all times. You will never be able to disentangle yourself from her. You love her far too much for that. Ick. You try to maintain a positive attitude as the days elapse. Afraid that you might deter the witch if you become too mawkish. This is starting to feel too real to me. That's, I feel like, oh my god, I feel like anybody who has ever been in a toxic relationship can find something to relate to. And it hurts. You can get through the days well enough, brushing your hair, painting pictures, or else flipping through numerous books with which the witch has brought you. You have distractions enough to keep your mind and your hands occupied, a fact for which you are thankful. You do not have many distractions, but you have enough. When the sun sinks beneath the trees, however, and the sky turns dark blue, then black, your doubts begin to pile up on you. During the night, when it is cold and the wind is blowing, you can no longer fool yourself. It has been a week, 2 weeks, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 since you last saw the witch. She visits you rarely now. So much that your cool, untouched skin is beginning to yearn for the brush of her fingers. You sit by your window when the sun begins to sink and you watch as it dips beneath the horizon. You hope, with the setting of the sun, that the witch might pay you a surprise visit. You wonder whether she might appear at the window and pull you into her arms and pepper your eyelids and your cheeks with kisses. But she never does. That is so evil. It is so genuinely evil. Look at how much time is passing. Oh my god. Oh my god, I feel sick. Oh. You are sitting at the window once again, as has become a commonplace occurrence for you, dreaming of what could be, of what should be. Getting a bit desperate there. Calm her down, she's embarrassing herself. Oh yeah, fuck off. Oh yeah, sure. You admit that you love someone so absolutely wholly and completely, and then they abandon you for months and leave you completely on your own. When all you can ever think about is them. Oh, that's messed up. That's ow. Ow. I cut my finger a little. It's not bleeding, but I lost a bit of skin there and it hurts. Anyway. You are sitting at the window once again, as has become a commonplace occurrence for you, dreaming of what could be, what should be. When first you were imprisoned within this stone tower, you used to dream of escaping from your confines and running far, far away. You had dreams of sitting upon a cliffside, the salty breeze in your hair and the sound of the waves upon the shore in your ears. That, or seeking refuge amongst rows of thatched-roofed cottages in a quiet residence where few dwell. You dreamt of being taken in by someone far wiser than you, somebody kinder. You dreamt of being treated with care and respect. That is all you wanted. But your wishes have shifted since then, as has your heart. No longer do you dream of the seashore, of the waves and the cliffs. Your dreams have become rather more isolated. You dream of residing in the walls of this tower as you currently do, with the witch by your side. She tells you that she loves you, and you lean into her love. You accept it without question, as if her words were manna from heaven, sweeter than honey. You no longer wish to be loved in a calm, quiet, measured sort of way. You want the obsessive, all-consuming love of a witch who was determined enough to keep you a captive. What other form of love can be more meaningful than this? You do not want bland love, a milquetoast love, a common, everyday, unremarkable love. You have grown accustomed to the love of a witch, a love which possesses and which consumes. You want the witch to love you as you have come to love her. But when the witch finally does come to visit you, you cannot see any love upon her face. You cannot see any love in her eyes. They are cold and hard, just like stones. You gasp when you see her. You did not expect her, and you scramble to your feet. Your soles are bare. You did not bother to dress yourself. Have not bothered for the last... How many days has it been? You do not remember. You've grown so rather slovenly about your appearance. You no longer care to brush your hair, to change out of your nightgown, don your petticoats or your bodice, or even your stockings. What is the point when the witch has stopped visiting you? You would sooner lie in your bed like a consumptive wench and slowly die. That is how it feels without the witch's company, like you are dying. You have known an intense, obsessive love, and now it is gone. Without that love, you have begun to wither away. It really is a tragedy. You hope the witch will be able to see how much you are suffering without her. That this is real. I have lived this. There is something charming and romantic about this kind of obsessive, all-consuming love, and then it's taken from you, and then you die slowly. 1,000 fucking deaths every day. You hope that she will take pity upon how very pathetic you have become, and she will promise to stay with you. You wait with wide, eager eyes, hoping that she will offer you some excuse as to her absence. It needn't be a good excuse, as long as it's not, "I have grown tired of you," so long as it's not, "I no longer love you," or worse still, "I never loved you." If she lies to you, you can still love her. If she lies to you, you can pretend that she still loves you. If she lies to you, she can spare your feelings. But the witch's voice is less than reassuring when she addresses you. Her voice is cool when she says, "Dear me, you are in an awful state. You haven't brushed your hair, and you haven't bothered dressing either. Some princess you are. Your parents would be ashamed, if a creature like you has any parents to speak of, that is." A creature? You look at the witch uncomprehendingly. What does she mean by that? "I mean what I said. Just take a look at yourself. If you do not believe me, look at your reflection. And then try to argue you aren't a creature. You would look at yourself, but there is no mirror. You have not seen your own face, save for the faint reflection in the witch's dark eyes for... God, how long have you been trapped in here?" Yes, I suppose that is true. I was hoping you might remember who you are for yourself without me needing to spell things out for you. But you're remarkably dense, aren't you? I thought you were supposed to be wise. But I suppose even the most powerful of witches are capable of self-delusion, when the truth becomes too unpleasant for them to confront it. Wait, what? What? Wait, what? What does she mean, witches? You thought that you were a princess. Is this fucking Medea? Oh yes, I did tell you, didn't I? I thought it would be amusing. A bit of a role reversal. I had wondered if you would like to be the heroine in a love story for once, rather than the antagonist. But this has dragged on for too long already. It isn't entertaining anymore. It was never that entertaining in the beginning, to be honest. But then again, I've never been as cruel as you are, and I don't enjoy reveling in other people's misery. I just thought that you deserved a taste of your own medicine. This is Medea. Our protagonist is... Hang on, I'm gonna let them confirm. Your own medicine? What is she talking about? What do you think? Just take a look. This should answer all of your questions, dear one. The witch, but is she a witch? Smiles sardonically, her eyes half-lidded as she reaches into the wicker basket which dangles from the crook of her arm. From within it, blanketed beneath a scrap of red fabric, she extricates a gilt mirror. I'm fucking back on board. I know, right? We're so back! The witch polishes the mirror with the hem of her satiny gown, then hands it to you with an anticlimactic, "Here." Your fingers brush as you reach tremulously to take the mirror. Your innate desire upon seeing that mirror is to draw away from it, or else to dash it upon the ground. You do not want to think about what you will see reflected within its smooth, glassy surface. You were afraid. If you acquiesce, all of this will be over. You will no longer able to pretend to be a princess, but you are aware, at long last, that you are pretending. Perhaps you were always aware of it. You never really did feel like a princess, even when the witch bestowed this identity upon you. The word princess never resonated within you. It never felt like you. You still cannot remember spending your days within a palace, or a castle, or even a dungeon guarded by a dragon. You cannot remember meeting any princes, kings, or queens. You are not a princess then. You were never a princess. But of course, you always knew that. You just wanted to play pretend. But the face which stares up at you from the mirror's smooth, untroubled glass, all pale skin and dark, staring eyes, makes it obvious just what you really are. You were, and always will be, a witch. Valor, were you here? Were you here when we read It Gets So Lonely here? By any chance? That's right. The witch. You know it! I knew it! Oh, I called it! Oh, somebody pick up the phone because I fucking called it! Right at the start! Ooh! Yes! Ha 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 ha! The witch, Rosette, regards you unblinkingly, with dark, dead eyes. Eyes which have seen far too much for one so young. I am no longer disgusted by the story. Yeah, this probably fucking means, this means that who we're looking at in the mirror right now, this is Medea. The one where every girl you met killed you? Yes. Yes, this is a sequel to the visual novel where every girl you met murdered you in a really horrible way. And that was all perpetrated by this witch who trapped you in an endless time cycle before eventually you broke out, and as it turns out, you put the witch in this tower and subjected her to the entire storyline of this game. You forced her to love you. Rosette forced Medea to love her, and then fucking ripped her heart out. That is so cool. But how young is she, really? How long was she trapped, running through fractured fairy tales as she tried to escape from you? You do not know. You hardly recognize her, but you recognize yourself. You might have lost sight of who you were when Rosette left you, but now... And you know what? At the very beginning, the witch loved her. At the very beginning, Rosette loved her, and she was like fucking ripped to pieces when Rosette left. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. Oh my god. Do you remember? I remember. I always remembered. My name is Medea. Yes, that's right. I am Medea, and this girl is, or was, Rosette. And though our paths continue to cross, we have always been alone. This girl, once so innocent and assuming, languishing for want of love, has known what it feels like to be adored to the point of insanity. She has been drowned, buried, and consumed by love, and in so doing, she changed. She is not the girl she once was. She has become a fine witch in her own right, with eyes that reflect no light, with a heart that contains no love. She caught you, me, us, while we were drifting, bereft, languishing for the lack of a little girl who had so cruelly broken ties with us, and she imprisoned us. I don't know how long we have been trapped here, nor how long Rosette has been toying with us, but I cannot even bring myself to resent her. I cannot hate her, no matter how much she might have hurt me. She called upon me when I was alone, and I answered. I promised that I would be there for her. We made a vow, and though she turned her back on me, our connection was never really severed. The love of a witch, after all, is a very powerful thing. Even when poisoned, it continues to bloom bright red like roses. Rosette. Ah, my adorable, beautiful Rosette. No matter how much time passes, I still find myself drawn to you. Even now, I still adore you. Whether a mermaid, a poor village girl, or a princess, I will continue to love you. My feelings for you will never waver, even if you never had any fondness to spare for me. How could it? You ought to know yourself now, after becoming a witch in your own right, that it really does get so lonely here. Man! And there's the music video? That. Oh, man!
Come close, my little princess.
Ooh.
Here by my side, through castle and village and next to the tide. Stay here with me forever, leave never, my dear. Oh, it really does get ever so lonely in here. Stay here, my little princess. Come closer to me, inside of this tower where you can be free. No need to ever worry, no fear and no hate. Join me in this dance, for this will be our endless fate. Roses and moonlight, a tea time for two. The night has deeper within. Let's start together, or maybe just run around and dance together. This night
Yo! God! Oh, that was so good! Holy crap! Oh, man! I can't get over how much I love that. That ending was so good! Oh! Just this gigantic wave of catharsis, holy crap. Oh, man. Extras? Gallery? Oh, not a lot. Oh, Oh, that's cool. You can watch the music video from the gallery. That's great. Yeah, there weren't a lot of CGs for this one. Notes? Oh. Oh, okay. It Gets So Lonely Here was a game jam? Game? Ah. Ooh, I could sit here reading this whole thing if but I don't want to bore you guys. Ooh, music? Ah, yes. Hmm. Wait, is there one music entry we don't have? That's weird. What happens if we start over? Oh! Yo! There's more! The ads are about to start, so I'm gonna let that happen. I was thinking for a minute we would have to like end the stream early, but oh shit. Oh shit! Oh, this game is so cool. Yum. I also wish Jazzy was paying attention. I sort of wonder if maybe he would get some vindication out of this. Or he'd feel worse. I'm not really sure. I'll just tell him to watch the VOD later. How long are you gonna fucking take, ads? Jeez. Just start. There we go. Damn. Okay. We're gonna wait a little for the ads to go, because everybody's attendance is mandatory. I was not expecting this to turn out to be a revenge story. Oh, it's so cool. Why Jazzy stopped paying attention? It was too dark, and he wasn't in the headspace for it. Oh shit, Valor's not subbed anymore. Oh no. Well, I'm glad I'm waiting then. Um, somehow I knew that there was more. I just knew. I had a hint, an inkling. My instincts were powerful. Yeah, Jazzy just like wasn't in the headspace for something this dark, and that's fine. You don't have to be. Anyway, here we go. Back for more. I feel oddly empty when I wake up. When I finally wake up, I lie in bed, staring up at the ceiling of the tower my beloved Rosette prepared for me. A birdcage in which to trap me so I might never leave her. She meant, I suppose, to torture me, just as I tortured her, yet all this time she was laboring under a misunderstanding. I never once meant to torture her, and neither did I wish to hurt her. That feels like a fucking lie. Oh, let me, whoop. There we go. Why would I do that when I loved her so much? She might not have realized it, but my intentions were pure, even if my methods were not. I loved Rosette without restraint, for that is not what witches are supposed to do. We are not beings, after all, who are known for tempering our emotions. Everything I felt keenly. And Rosette did wish, as she languished in the conservatoire, for a companion. She wished for somebody who would stay by her side no matter what. Somebody who would never, ever leave her. I was only granting her wish, yet, when she got what she asked for, she found she no longer wanted it. It is an age-old adage, I suppose. One must be careful what they wish for, lest it come true. Poor Rosette never realized how intense love can be, I suppose, when she wished for it. Your love sucks, Medea. Always has. How was she to know, the poor thing, when she had never been loved before? I made her wish come true, and I tried to fill her with love so that she would never be lonely again. I gorged her with the stuff, and she grew sick of it. She grew sick of me. She abandoned me, bereft and alone in a patchwork fairy tale of my making, a fantastical world I crafted for Rosette, so that she might never be alone. A fantastical world with no people in it except for you, who only did anything but repeatedly... I lost myself there. A fantastical world completely empty of people except for you, the only person who exists who would just do nothing but repeatedly murder her. But she came back. She couldn't leave me, just as I suppose cannot leave her. She returned to my side. Much had changed after all I subjected her to, but I suppose my love for her changed me too. Adrift in fractured fairy tales, a witch with no fair maiden to ensnare, I drifted. Without Rosette, I forgot who I was. How could I continue to exist, after all, on my own? Witches might be solitary creatures, but they always act in opposition to one another. I have never once heard of a fairy tale solely about a witch. I lost my identity without Rosette, but she restored it to me anew. She claimed to hate me, and perhaps she does, yet she still returned. She brought me back from the brink so that we might play out this little pantomime once again, though this time, our roles were reversed. It has been a strange experience, but not an unwelcome one. I don't mind acting a fair ingenue for my dear Rosette, if that will make her happy. If courting my love, then casting it aside, will grant her the happy ending she so ardently desires. Now then, I wonder, should I submit myself to Rosette once more and give myself up to my fate, or should I resist just a little longer? Oh! 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 Isn't that interesting? What save can I overwrite? This one? It's just like it gets so lonely. Either accept my fate or fight against my fate. I suppose we can fight against it a little longer. Yes, perhaps that is for the best. In due time, I'm sure my memories will begin to tarnish once more like the surface of a mirror. Then I will be able to experience this story once more, with myself as the put-upon heroine. They did trick you pretty well with the fake choice. I thought it was awesome. I really liked it. I liked being tricked like that. Until that day comes, however, I will continue to lie here. I will think of myself and of Rosette, and I will allow myself a degree of contentedness we witches rarely feel. Rosette might not be here, but she is the one who built this tower to entrap me. I'm glad you did. Yeah, no, like I said, I had to see the end. She meant to keep me here, and as long as I remain, Rosette will always be a part of me. I will always be a part of her, and I need never be lonely again. So that takes us back to the main menu. Ah! What? Wait, what? Why? Why can I save at the main menu? What? What? Guys, I found a bug. Son of a bitch. Ah! Okay. I feel oddly empty. Okay. Oh, what? There's more. There's actually more. Huh? I feel oddly empty when I wake up, but I've said all this before, haven't I? I might be a witch who has lived for thousands of years, but I have no wish to be a bore. I'm not going to repeat myself, but I do have to wonder, what should I do with myself now that this tale is concluded? Oh. Okay. I guess I'll accept my fate. Yes, that does sound lovely. Tales are best experienced once, but we witches are greedy. We live for longer than ordinary humans, so we might indulge in the same story over and over. There is no harm in overindulgence, not when we witches will never truly die. There is nothing to prevent me from sinking once more into this yarn which Rosette has spun for me. And so, I will do just that. I will give up my memories once again, and I will allow myself to be reborn. I will let Rosette cut me, and coddle me, and kill me. I will let her kill me over and over again, roses blooming in this tower to commemorate every single one of my deaths. I will submit to myself once more to her hands. And in so doing, I will plunge myself ever deeper into this endless obsession. Oh. Oh! And there it goes. There it goes. That is the entire game. Thank you guys for sticking around to see the end of an obsession. That was so cool. Oh my god. Oh, I thought it crashed. It kind of did. The game closed itself once that part was finished. Man, oh man. Well, I don't have enough time to really start doing anything else. That was incredible. Holy crap! Yes, that was definitely a "would you kindly" type twist. Oh man, I mean, we knew that she wasn't really a princess, and we kind of knew that that the witch was reset, but we didn't know. We didn't know the truth. We didn't know how it was all gonna end up. Oh my god. Oh, that was so cool. Ay, whew. Yeah, I'm just like high on adrenaline right now. But yeah, we don't have enough time to start anything else at the moment. So I'm gonna go ahead and end us on a very high note here. And I think, honestly, it's been a long ass time since we last rated Lou. So why don't we do that? I know, right, Valor? I'm jamming too. Do 10 VT. Alright. So, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sticking around. And for hanging out, and especially those of you who stuck it out, even though the story was like kind of really creepy for a while. I hope you guys loved that just as much as I did, because it was awesome. I'm gonna go tweet at Ebihime like crazy because I can't get over it. Anyway, I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. We'll probably play more Metaphor, unless you guys, unless we have a lot of requests for like something else. But I'll go ahead and see you guys then, and I will let you go for now. I'm gonna send you to good old Cutie Lou. And please, everybody, be well to yourself and others until I see you next. And I eagerly wait you guys all in the next one. Have a great night now. Ciao, ciao.